Hi, I'm Jaquez-Orozco.
And I'm Myranda Cuellar. Welcome to this edition of JVTV News.
Hey Miranda, what did you think of Mr. Falcon?
I thought it was great. Who knew senior boys could be so talented?
Yeah, Haley Boeing takes us behind the pageant.
Mr. Falcon is a pageant put together by the parents of the senior boys at JVHS. The proceeds go to Project Prom, the after-prom party. This year the show was bigger and funnier than ever. Sticking with a winter Christmas theme, some of the boys even took the theme seriously, performing acts such as Santa's Helpers, The Boys of Winter, and Feliz Navidad. The show went great. We sat down with Mr. Falcon 2014, Wesley Hertel, to ask him how he felt about being crowned Mr. Falcon.
It's a great honor. You know, the judges, I guess, liked my act. It's great to represent Jersey Village.
The show went very well and raised a lot of money for Project Prom. Haley Bowling, JVTV News.
Wow, those Santa's helpers were really great.
Yeah, they did so well on stage. Speaking of which, did you hear about The Sound of Music? Wait, don't we usually do musicals in the fall semester?
Yes, but it's a season of firsts for the JV players. A first-time director, first time collaborating with the band and orchestra, and first time ever doing a musical in the spring semester.
Miranda here takes us backstage for an inside look at the production of The Sound of Music.
It's the start of the spring semester and the JV players are changing it up a bit by doing a spring musical, The Sound of Music. But that's not all that's different about this musical. They have a full orchestra, something that hasn't happened in many years. Mr. Montesinos, one of the band directors, and Mrs. Norfleet, one of the theater directors, teamed up to recreate this all-time classic.
I was very excited because I knew all the songs for Sound of Music, but then I got to direct The Sound of Music and realized it was a lot grander than it really is, and I had to figure out how to design two-story mansion and all the places that were supposed to happen in the play and just go from there. So it was a extremely big obstacle, but at the same time we overcame and we succeeded.
Conducting it is a little different because you have to, study this. It doesn't matter if you know the songs, you have to study the score, you have to understand how it all is all put together. So it was really fun for me to get that knowledge, that background knowledge that I had from my childhood into a professional setting where I had to learn how to conduct and how the musical works. And so it was a very fulfilling experience, and I'm really glad that I did it for myself. Now, for the students, I thought it was also very important because it exposed them to the musical theater genre. A lot of them had not ever seen a musical live before. So I thought the collaboration between the band and the orchestra and the theater department was a very special experience, a very special thing.
It was my first show and I was the lead. I at first felt really intimidated and shocked because I cannot act until I found out that I could when I actually tried doing it on stage. And I think that was what was most intimidating because Miss Norfleet literally just was like, I just want you as the lead because you can sing really well. And I was like, well, I can't really act and do all that stuff. So that was what was worrying me the most, was that part of the musical. But I thought it was really fun overall, and I want to do more shows next year, and not just the musicals, but also acting as well.
The JV players continue to put on great shows, and maybe having a full orchestra for Jersey Village's musical productions will be a new tradition. Myranda Cuellar, JVTV News.
We'll be back with a story about tattoos, but first, here's a public service announcement by Natalie Rodriguez, Ariana Perez, and Cruz Fernandez.
Tattoos have made a difference in society for a long time. Amy Truong gives us an inside look to the ink community.
Everyone has their way of expressing themselves, but what better way to show it than hitting up a local tattoo shop? Not everyone has the same opinion. Some see it as a work of art, and others see it as vandalism.
I feel like it's very hard to judge people nowadays. Everybody has tattoos, and you can't judge somebody for what they have on their body. Maybe it's something that they believe in. Tattoos have different meanings, and it can mean family, religion, love, whatever. You can have any type of tattoo that can mean something, and you can't discriminate somebody because of their tattoo. I chose to become a tattoo artist because it's something that I really love to do, and something that I kind of grew on me more and more to kind of just grow. And eventually I ended up having my own tattoo shop, and everything's been going well for me and my team. I have a great team here with me who helps me out a lot, and we're just trying to take care of tattoos every day.
Tattoos can actually have a strong meaning behind it, but due to all the stereotypes, it gives people a bad image.
When I was in high school, nobody really had them. But now it's become more popular, and as long as they're not, I think racially insensitive or something like that, they should be okay.
There are many successful people that are covered with tattoos. It doesn't define a person, but only gives them their own way of showing what true art is. Amy Truong, JVTV News.
Battle of the Falcons, one of the most anticipated events of the year.
A night of singing, dancing, and more. Austin Wallace takes us behind the curtain.
For 12 years, Battle of the Falcons has been a great way for kids to get together and use their talents to raise money for charity. But what exactly goes behind these events?
Everyone is practicing for this year's Battle of the Falcons. Everyone behind the stage is decorating and preparing for the contestants to show off their skills. Here we have Joseph Reyes. Let's see how he directs behind the scenes.
I stage manage, so I direct the technical aspect of it. And backstage, I get all the people in the show, the different talents, and I kind of guide them to I get my running crew to guide them to the stage. And basically, I oversee and make sure that the show runs smoothly.
As well as the volunteers, the acts spend a lot of their own time preparing for this event.
With acts such as singing, dancing, and other extraordinary talents, the students never fail to entertain us.
For this year, we have a speed painter who will be doing a fast working art. We have people that will be doing dances, and some that will be doing solo acts, while we're also having drum lines up there as well.
Each winner has the opportunity to win $500 for a charity of their choice. Each audience member is able to vote for their favorite performance. And every ticket gives you the opportunity to vote for your favorite act. This year's winner of Battle of the Falcons is the JV Drumline with their stunning performance. Austin Wallace, JVTV News.
Senior year. Definitely a memorable year for students. But along with memories, come fees. Logan Nemeth gives us financial details.
Every year, students are required to pay a fee during their senior year. The fee is a total of $100, but not every senior are able to afford this much.
Senior fees are basically what seniors have to pay in order to get your graduation tickets. You can still graduate, but you won't be able to have anybody at your graduation, which kind of sucks. Senior fees include your prom ticket, senior breakfast, and the price will go up, I promise you, if you don't pay it in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, your price ends up going from $80 from the beginning of the year to $125 that you're going to have to end up paying if you procrastinate.
The finance office is where the transactions is made. Ms. Gonzalez is there to help any students that are struggling to pay the fee.
Well, senior fees, I don't make them up. There are different types of fees. There's the senior fees, which most seniors think of as prom and all the fun stuff, and that's handled totally different from what's in here. The fees that I handle are the fees for class materials, club accounts, anything that's outside of the fun stuff.
Senior year is a memorable year for many students, so don't get caught up on paying your fees. This is Logan Nemeth, JVTV News.
When people think robotics, it comes off as geeky and weird.
You're right, Alan. It does come off geeky and weird. Maybe this story will change your mind. Madelaine Moore shows us that there is much more to this organization than it seems.
In the city of Jersey Village, students of all different grades and levels of experience come together to be a part of what is known as robotics.
What I love about robotics is that you get to see the students that might not have a clue as to what they're doing. And take, for instance, we had 2 girls on our first team, and they're like, well, what can we do? And basically by the end of the year, by the end of the build season, they were using bandsaws, drill presses, lathes, rivet guns. They were doing everything the guys were doing.
These kids work together to learn and experience what most other people don't.
So robotics is different because we're the only club in the school that's self-run by only students. The only thing that teaches me stuff like building a robot, I can only learn in robotics. There are no classes or other clubs in the school that can teach me that kind of thing. I put in many hours on build days. I go usually from 6 till 11, Monday through Friday, and weekends, all day, all night weekends. The purpose of the robot is to compete against other teams worldwide, from teams from California, all through the U.S., teams from China, Egypt, and try to rank as high as we can while having the most fun as we can.
As they learn, they create unforgettable memories and gain knowledge of what their future could be. Madelaine Moore, JVTV News.
To Kill a Mockingbird, The Scarlet Letter, and Lord of the Flies, any of those ring a bell? Alex Thompson shows us how required reading can actually be enjoyable.
When most students think of required reading, they think,
I hate it because I'm forced to do it. Don't like it.
it's okay, I'll do it if I have to. But required reading really isn't all that bad. Regardless of what level of English class students are in, they're assigned books to read. These range from Romeo and Juliet to The Great Gatsby. But many students find themselves questioning why they have to read these.
Reading is important because you get these really refined moments in a person's thought process, and then you get to kind of base your thinking or off of it, or you get to have intelligent conversation because of it.
Books give you a three-dimensional view of the things that you're learning.
Teachers realize that required reading might not be the most fun assignment, but they do their best to get the students interested.
I'm relating it to your own lives or what's happening in politics or things like that, then you tend to get excited.
I tried to tell them a little bit about the backstory, the context of the book.
This can give students a new perspective on required reading and even help them find their favorite book.
Night by Elie Wiesel.
A Greek tragedy called Oedipus Rex.
Julius Caesar is probably one of my favorite things to read.
Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse.
Probably 1984 by George Orwell.
Brave New World by Aldous Huxley.
Required reading is definitely not boring and can even be exciting. Many students have learned that they can't judge a book just by its cover. Alex Thompson, JVTV News.
Immigration, a heavily debated topic which affects many individuals.
Guadalupe Mosqueda gives us an insight on one of the individuals.
Illegal immigration makes up 3.7% of the U.S. population, and part of that statistic is Sarah.
Sarah lives in Houston, Texas, and ever since she moved here from Mexico, her life has been a walk in the park.
Para mí ha sido difícil por el hecho de no estar legal aquí, por no tener los mismos derechos y beneficios como tener un seguro médico o una licencia para conducir.
And with the recent crackdown on immigration, her chance of achieving what she wants goes down, especially with Obama's reform being taken down.
Pues me siento decepcionada porque como no la han hecho una ley, solo es una acción presidencial, puede entrar otro presidente y la puede quitar.
There are many reasons why immigrants try to cross over, maybe escaping from a corrupt country or just to get work.
Even with all of this, legal immigrants still try to come to land free in order for a chance at a better life. Guadalupe Mosqueda, JVTV News.
Oh, another reminder from Mr. Anderson. Looks like I have another scholarship opportunity. Cruz V Fernandez has more.
Could you start paying them back before you graduate?
Yes, you certainly can, yeah.
Mr. Anderson is a Jersey Village High School college and career specialist. Through the different meetings and reminders he sends, he helps pave a path to the college students want to attend. We talk to some of the students he works with and ask them how he has been an influence in their life.
Mr. Anderson, all the counselors talk about him. Our teachers always tell us, go to Mr. Anderson when you need help with anything college related, anything FAFSA or scholarship related. And he is just an overall helpful person that helps with anything that you have questions about for college.
I heard about Mr. Anderson through teachers. Me and my friends would come and stop by his office. It helps me fill out forms for fees to pay for my dual credit classes, and he also helps me with scholarships.
With Mr. Anderson's help, you could see a clear path towards graduation and your future career. We sat down with Mr. Anderson and talked about his job and how he helps students.
My job consists of helping students become aware of the different possibilities and options that they have for after they graduate high school. I have all these resources, I know all these contacts, and I bring the information to kids. I tell them about scholarships, I give them the timelines, I give them all the information they need. So I just kind of give tips on how to do things in a timely manner so people don't have to search around for stuff. I can direct them to specific places and just help them save on time and just have more direction.
If you ever need help, Mr. Anderson is always available. Reporting from the library, Cruz Fernandez, JVTV News.
We'll be back with a story that represents the talent at Jersey Village. But first, here's a public service announcement by Clare Wineman, Demi Navarro, and Miguel Gebremedhin.
Dude, there's something I gotta tell you, okay? And it's really important. Like, I just need you to, like, be here for me, you know? Okay. So here it goes. So, blah, 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 Ebola, blah, 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. But no one knows it. Wait, they're gonna hear a voice, a silver flute.
What, are you mad? I charge you, woman. Get you home. Serve me without you, but I can't.
Each year, Jersey Village High School sets aside one day of the year to show off the students' talent. From dancing and drawing, Jersey Village students show off their unique talent. The students work hard to put on short performances that the school body can watch and enjoy. From such a diverse school like Jersey Village High School, it's no wonder students and faculty alike love seeing this once-a-year show. Keitha Hanks, JVTV News.
I think the Lions did really well.
Yeah, and who knew we had so many singers here at JV? On a more serious note, violence has been on a rise since a high-profile case of Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, and Eric Gardner.
Yes, I agree, especially the police brutality amongst the younger generation due to these cases.
Let's take a look throughout the school to hear what our fellow Falcons have to say about the death of these three young men.
This afternoon, we met Tracy Martin at the crime scene. He says his 17-year-old son, Trayvon Martin, was shot to death.
But the shooting of 18-year-old Michael Brown has opened a wound in the community. This one involves the video seen around the world by now, showing a man named Eric Garner being taken down by mostly plainclothes police officers while being placed under arrest.
The way I feel about it is, I feel like the justice system isn't made to protect black people.
My main feeling about Ferguson is justice wasn't served correctly, because it's not only a racial thing. People make it out to be a race thing because it was a white and black situation, but it's the loss of life.
I feel that it's definitely a very important issue. I feel like police brutality is something that should be addressed to everyone. I feel like everyone should know about what's going on in Ferguson and in America in general.
It's not just one victim, it's all these victims that are accumulated, and they're not angry because he got shot, they're angry because there was no justice.
Well, since the incident with Michael Brown, it didn't really affect me at school. Like, I heard people talking about it, people had their different viewpoints, but I don't feel like it directly affected me as a black person. I don't think it really affected me that much.
Such sad and devastating stories. But it's nice to hear how these stories affected the perspectives of so many young people.
A lot of students need volunteer hours for NHS, college, and even graduation.
If you love animals, then the SPCA might be the perfect place for you.
Vanessa Halastaras gives us more.
The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, better known as the SPCA, has been on a mission to internationally reduce animal cruelty since 1824. With hundreds of animals coming and going weekly, the SPCA encourages people to donate their time by maintaining the shelter. Robin Gearhart tells us more.
So here at the Houston SPCA, we definitely rely on our volunteers. They make up a huge part of our organization. Without our volunteers, we could not operate. So to be a volunteer with us, you must be at least 16 years old. You must have the ability to commit to at least 2 hours a week. And of course, you have to have the willingness to complete whatever is necessary. So that includes playing with the animals, cuddling with them, working with clients, and also cleaning up after those animals. A basic day for a volunteer would be coming into the shelter, examining the area that they're working in, making sure it looks clean and tidy. Our volunteers work during the day, so what's great for students is even if they're at school Monday through Friday, they still have the full weekend that they can come in and donate a lot of time for us.
Not only is the SPCA good for our college record, it also allows volunteers to bond with the animals. The SPCA is a facility where people can connect with animals on an emotional and physical scale. 2 different volunteers were asked about their experiences at the shelter, and their responses were inspirational.
Well, I started volunteering in '96.
I've been volunteering here for about a year.
The reason I've stayed around the SPCA is I love the organization. I believe in what we're doing here, and I love working with cats.
I loved animals ever since I was a little girl, and the second I turned 16, I jumped on the opportunity to work at the SPCA.
Made a lot of friends here, and it's sort of a camaraderie among people. There's been many a times that I have actually cried when the animal left because it was one of my favorites. When you find one that you really, really like, you work that much harder to get them adopted.
I've made so many memories here, it's impossible to count them all, and I hope to remember them for the rest of my life.
No matter your age or experience level, the SPCA stretches a welcoming hand for you to help in their plight to make a difference.
You are vastly improving the lives of these animals while they're with us. Just you alone are making a huge difference. Even if it's only 2 hours a week, you're giving that animal that extra love, that care, attention that they need so they can wait, while they're waiting to find their forever home. So knowing that you're coming in here, you are making a difference in the lives of these animals as well as your community.
The SPCA does not promote the euthanization of animals for space-saving purposes. Visit HoustonSPCA.org for more information. Vanessa Halastaras, JVTV News.
We'll be back with our lifestyles reporter, Megan Giles. But first, here's one of JVTV's most popular segments, JV Walking.
Hi, I'm Keitha Hanks, and this is JV Walking. On this edition, we will be asking people who the governor of Texas is, mayor of Houston, and mayor of Texas. Who's the mayor of Houston?
I know it's a lady, but I forgot her name.
Hillary Clinton?
We don't know. Hey.
I don't know her name, but I know that she is lesbian. That's pretty much all I know.
Anise Parker?
Rick Perry.
That Richard guy. I don't know.
That dude from the movie.
Greg Abbott.
I know it. Man, I just give up. Stop.
A good guy. An important fellow.
He was on. Wasn't that a Vine video they made? Barack Obama. No, it was on a Vine video. I forget. I don't know.
There is no mayor of Texas.
All right, that concludes this edition of JV Walking. Wasn't that fun? I'm Keitha Hanks, JVTV News.
Most of our generation has devoted countless hours of their childhood to playing video games, and now we can see the cultural impact of an iconic fighting game. Juan Ortega takes us inside the Super Smash Bros. Community.
An exciting video game culture has officially been introduced to Jersey Village High School.
Super Smash Bros. Is a series of crossover fighting games published by Nintendo and created by Masahiro Sakurai that primarily features characters from franchises established on its systems.
I started really getting into the competitive scene in Smash, and although the idea was in the back of my head, I never really pushed for it because I really didn't know that many people that were as interested as I am. But as time went on, I found out that not only my friends were interested in Smash, but I found out that a whole bunch of people that I've never met before in my life at this school actually had an interest in playing Smash. So after going to my first tournament, I guess I was so inspired that to see like such a great scene and like a bunch of friendly people together that I figured that like why not have it at Jersey Village. There's always that nostalgic, fun love for Smash that everyone has, but when you revisit it in a completely different perspective, it honestly develops into something that you've probably never experienced before.
Since the first title's release in 1999, the series has brought a gaming community, a competitive scene, a video game culture, and perhaps even a wave of nostalgia for those who began playing in their childhood years.
I know that seems really strange to have a gaming club at a school, but school's a lot more than academia. Students have got to find something that makes them happy at school, that makes them want to be at school, enjoy school. And this is such a widespread gaming competition that I thought it just made sense. It was something that sounded like the students would really respond well to. What I liked about the group of students that showed up is that it seems to cross all parts of our school. And so if you look at the people that are in playing the games, you can see that. There's girls and boys, there's smart kids, there's jocks, it's just a wide variety of our school. It's a good representation. It's a place where, like I said, all students come together, regardless of their background or which classes they're in during the day. So I think it's going to be very positive. I think it's going to help JV grow more as a community, not just a school that someone comes to every day.
And now this fighting game has secured its place in Jersey Village High School history with the introduction of the Super Smash Bros. Club.
On the surface, it's just a video game, a series of video games, and it's probably a video game that most people have played in their childhood, right? But it has something deeper to it. It has the whole community attached to it. It has so much history, so much culture, but it's also something more than that. And I don't know how to explain it that well myself, but I think that if you come to one of our meetings, you can sort of get the feel yourself, and then you'll know.
So it seems Jersey Village is not invulnerable to this video game phenomenon and will now be a host for a Super Smash Bros. Club. Juan Ortega, JVTV News.
Coffee shops nowadays are a part of a chain, but some family-owned cafes stand tall among competitions, and some even bring a new aroma to the table. Huy Tong gives us the details.
On Memorial Drive lies a small shop named Supreme Cakes and More. When you open the door, you're greeted with a small cafe.
We have coffee, we have Cuban sandwiches, we have empanadas, beef, chicken.
Even though they make great coffee, Supreme Cakes is known for their cake.
The cake is our moneymaker. This is what we like to do, so this is what people come to us for. We're known everywhere. We have people that are in Pasadena, we got people in Dallas, we got people all the way in Huntsville who actually drive all the way up here just to order their cake with us because they know we do a good job. It's good quality cake, and we've never had any customers come back complaining or saying that they weren't happy with their order, which makes us feel good that we're doing our job right.
The pastry chefs at Supreme Cakes can masterfully create any cake, no matter how extravagant.
We literally can do anything. We literally can. We've actually made a wedding cake in the life size of a dress of the bride, of her own dress with her own figure and everything. We molded her body out, and we did her whole entire body out of cake. So when it comes down to that extreme, you know we can do everything else. And every time we have a bride come in, we tell them just to bring in a picture of what they want, and we can duplicate it. We've always, we've never had to turn down a customer because it's something we couldn't do.
Made completely from scratch, their cakes have won countless awards.
Every year they've been open, they've won some type of award for something. I even see it opening a second location at one point. I definitely see it happen because every day I see the numbers of what we made, and it's crazy.
With its ever-growing customer base, Supreme Cakes will continue to grow into the future. Huy Tong, JVTV News.
Students here at Jersey Village High School participate in many hobbies, ranging from sports to card games. Aaron Cuevas tells us the story.
The Magic the Gathering is a game enjoyed by a number of students here at Jersey Village High School.
I got into Magic the Gathering from my brother when we were younger, and I kind of continued and started playing after that.
And during my band class, in band our finals we do absolutely nothing, so my friend Nick came by with a bunch of Magic decks and kind of just showed me what the game is like and showed me what the game is.
Magic the Gathering affects its players in ways you would not expect.
I met new people, and I've had a lot more fun than I usually have on a normal day basis.
Man, it's been great on my social experience. And so, I mean, I have made tons of friends playing this game. And like middle school, I was really alone. I didn't really like to talk to people. I kind of just liked being on my own. But Magic has really gotten me interested in other people. Just like talking to other people. Oh, it's really given me more social experience.
The effect this game leaves on its players is one they will not forget. Aaron Cuevas, JVTV News.
Athletes are living the dream that many high school students can only imagine. Tori Woodruff was there for the excitement.
The Jersey Village basketball teams toss, pass, and shoot as the basketballs, jerseys, and hoops are put up, wrapping up the 2014-2015 season.
1, 2, 3, 5. Let's go. Come on. The kids get along with each other real well. Camaraderie is a good thing. They spend an awful lot of time with each other. They have the class, the basketball class, of course. But during the season, we spend an awful lot of time with each other. And they get along. You know, the one thing that we're going to kind of stress with the guys next year is doing some more team building activities to strengthen their bond throughout the whole entire season. So the one thing that I'm looking to do is, you know, have some team building activities.
If I'm not doing something right in school, I come on the court and just like let it all go. This year we played more as a team. Last year we played a lot of one-on-one ball. But this year we played more as a team, moving the ball around.
This year compared to last year has been amazing. It's fun. It was more fun, and we were a closer group. It's fun. It's really fun playing on the team. It's fun to be a part of a group of girls that enjoy the same stuff as you do. In school, we spend about 2 hours a day for 6 days. And then outside of school, I practice about an hour by myself. Next season, we're getting a lot of new talent, so hopefully we can start winning a lot more, and yeah.
The Falcons soared as basketball season comes to an end, but the team's bond remains tight as they wait for next season to start up. Harley Mark, JVTV News.
A handful of Jersey Village athletes are living the dream that many high school students can only imagine. Tori Woodruff was there for the excitement.
Some of our seniors have been chosen to play sports in college. Among them are Shane Spees for water polo and swimming, Jordan Williams, and Chris Jones for football. To help the seniors with their transition from high school to college, they are surrounded by their family and friends.
Our next student athlete is JJ Slipka.
Jersey Village is proud of our graduating Falcons and wish them the best of luck. Tori Woodruff, JVTV News.
The boys and girls soccer team has kicked off the season with victory, and the Falcons plan on making it to the playoff. Welder Cordova kicks us the details.
The Jersey Village High School boys and girls soccer team season is abroad. With their sights set and their hopes high, they plan to make playoffs again.
We put a lot of effort in it. We run a lot of school runs. Coach M definitely, forces us to put enough work in. So we work really hard, but we've had a lot of injured players, so it's kind of hard to work if you're on the bench.
Both the boys and girls put in a lot of effort in order to succeed, training nearly every day after school.
Just basically working really hard, working on our skill, getting shots off. Just being first to the ball.
Win or lose, the Falcons always try their best, and with their willing fighting spirit, the playoffs are just in their reach. Welder Cordova, JVTV News.
Jersey Village water polo has struggled to be on the top, and now they're unbeatable. Tori Woodruff takes us to the pool.
Jersey Village water polo is one of the teams that everyone is determined to beat.
Honestly, water polo to me it's more than a sport. It's a passion, and it's a way of life. And I feel like a lot of what I've learned in life has come from water polo. Being a leader, being a team player, learning how to work together as a team is, I think, a huge part of how I'm going to make it in this world.
Jersey Village Water Polo is one of the only sports in our school whose girls and boys have made it to state 2 years in a row.
I think we'll do really well. There's a lot of girls on the team that are just really, really great. And the way that we work together is just surprising considering we're all different in our own way. But I don't want to be over-optimistic.
The Falcon Water Polo team is working hard to make it to state for the 3rd year in a row. Tori Woodruff, JVTV News.
That's it for this newscast. JVTV is on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Check us out on the links below.
For Myranda Cuellar, Amy Truong, Megan Giles, and the entire JVTV News crew, I'm Jaquez-Orozco. Thanks for watching.